overhead defense. Every Rocket League player's worst nightmare. Why? Because it's difficult. It's awkward. Left is right, right is left, up is down, down is up, whatever. Nobody likes doing it. Many players are not good at it. But today, we're going to change all that. I am going to make you a defensive monster. The next time your opponent comes along with a little air dribble or a boomer over your head, you are going to be the guy that ticks everyone else off because their shots just won't go in. Are you ready? Let's master the awkwardness that is the overhead save. Also, do yourself a favor and take a screenshot of these tips here. Or take a picture of it with your phone so you can have it on the side of your desk there so you can check out these tips while you're practicing. That's why I got it up here on the video on the screen for you. Alright, here are the rules. Number 1, don't panic. Don't immediately hit the boost when you see the ball coming over your head. Wait 1 moment to judge how fast the ball is going and then react. Number 2, match the ball's speed. Don't get too far ahead of it because then it's impossible. The ball will land behind you. You'll be doing this awkward thing where you pull your car backwards. Match the ball's speed. If anything, be a little bit slower than the ball. Number 3, resist the urge to double jump. There's a bigger chance of you backflipping if you try and double jump and use that dodge. A lot of times the ball will be on its downward arc already by the time you jump. So if you double jump, you'll be going up while the ball is going down and just really pass the ball right up. You'll be jumping too high in effect. Now if you need to double jump, it's a very high arc. Make sure you tilt your car higher than a 45-degree angle on the first jump. This will ensure that when you hit the second jump, you don't actually go too far forward because, little known fact, when you use your second jump, you're actually moving your car faster forward and in the vertical direction at the same time. The next step, 4, take a wide side-on approach if possible. If there's time, move your car to the side of the ball so that you can go for the save without being underneath it, which is obviously the harder way to do it. If you're side-on, this helps you to avoid the turn confusion when you're under the ball, such as that left is right and right is left, as that camera angle changes. This will make it ultimately a lot easier for you. Step number 5, use your dodge only if absolutely necessary. If you dodge into the ball, a lot of times it'll send the ball back center, especially if your save is pointing is going to end up hitting the ball towards the corner and not the backboard. Using your forward dodge when you hit the ball will send the ball screaming towards the corner, bounce off the corner wall, and come back right center for the offense to make another hit. And at the same time, you're forward dodging in the same direction as the ball, so you're actually propelling your car much faster towards a position where you cannot get back in time to defend the hit you just made. Plus, you're putting your teammate in an awkward position to have to save another shot. So avoid using the second dodge and just use a single jump with your boost. Touch the ball lightly so that you can recover more quickly, or if the ball is going to end up going towards the corner, so the backboard, it allows you to, what you should be looking to do is follow up and just follow the ball all the way into the corner if possible. Use your arrow plenty in this scenario to make this possible. Number 6, put the ball into the backboard or the crossbar. This makes it much more difficult for the opposition to take another shot. A lot of times they'll be following up, hoping that you miss. or looking for a rebound, double touch, something like that, off the crossbar. So if you can put the ball up into the crossbar or the backboard, but at an upward angle versus the angle the ball might hit on its own, then with that upward angle, it makes it much more difficult for the opposition to take another shot before you can recover. Number 7, plan your recovery. Make sure you have an exit strategy. A lot of times doing these overhead saves, you're going to end up in the crossbar, you're going to end up on the post, you're going to end up in the back of the net. Make sure you're rotating your car so that you can land on the back of the net and just fly right back out. One smooth motion. So make sure you're thinking about that in the process. I've been playing some clips of a lot of this in action, so why don't we go into training and I'll show you how to do it. We'll get a little more in depth on these, or actually show you what it looks like to put these tips into practice. So for this part of the training, we're going to go to the Browse tab in the training section. You're going to scroll down to this one here, Why You Suck Shadow Defense by Orange Pie. That. Now some of this is more shadow defense, but that is very similar to overhead saves because the ball is not technically over the top of your head, but it's some of the same principles are going to apply in the way you situate your car, angle your car, and the tips that I give you on using and not using your dodge and double jump apply to these types of stuff. See how I'm really too far ahead of the ball here? So for a save like this, you're going to want to take your time. Remember the first step, don't panic. Match the ball speed. Right. Wait till the ball catches up with you. You should have your finger on the trigger though, going forward either way. When you hit the ball, of course, you want to hit it across the net to the other side in a fashion that you can follow up clear. Other one is you can air roll into it to set yourself up for a recovery. You transition and follow through. On saves like this, I like to use the double jump without dodging. And it gets the ball up pretty high, which makes it a lot harder to take another shot on. There, using the air roll to position after the save. Back wall, and to continue following the ball. And these training, there's other training packs like this, but it'll be progressively harder and harder, which is good. Keep practicing that one shot until you get it down pat the way that you want to save the ball. Some of these saves that aren't that high reduce your chance of backflipping by not double jumping. When we have to double jump, because it's pretty much near the crossbar. Yeah, I kind of wait for the ball to come to me. And I speed up, get ahead of it. Air roll, and on the wall properly. That helps too, is once you hit the ball, it's going to knock your car sideways. So keeping the air roll button held down while touching the ball reduces the amount of recoil. Now these are the toughest ones. Real overhead saves where the front of your car is literally facing you. Meaning the ball is almost directly overhead. So remember, don't panic. Stay to the side of the ball if possible, instead of directly under it. When you use your second jump, if needed, you want to pull your car above 45 degrees, but not much further than that before the second jump. You don't want to do something like that where you just give a light touch. We've all been there and done that, I'm sure. That's basically what. That one was light enough where I can recover on the wall and follow it through, assuming I have enough boost. Probably one of the easier ways. Doing the double jump. Far ahead of the ball. Now that's another way to do it. Follow the ball. You'll need a lot more boost for this. Get behind it so that you can tap the backboard really hard. Almost like a pinch to get it to pop out really far away from the net. I would say if the ball is going to land somewhere over the backboard, that you should do a hard hit against the backboard, or if you're going to put the ball to the side towards the corners, you want to do a softer hit. So hard hit against the backboard, soft hit, or softer hit towards the corners. Left and left is right. Just takes some getting used to. Have to practice this. Get used to the direction changes. There's no other way around. Better. You notice the longer you wait for the ball to come to you, the better the save is. One. Good. That one. Waited for the ball to come to me. And followed up just behind it, knocking into the backboard. Now on shot 14 starts getting really fast. The ball's hitting the backboard pretty high. So you might ask yourself, why do I need to save this? It's not going into the net. Well, the simple reason is in the higher ranks, this could be used as an opportunity for a double touch. And more importantly, at higher ranks, players are going to be reading these bounces more easily. And so anything you can do to change the trajectory of the ball after or just before the initial hit on the backboard will change their rotation of the offense and basically screw them up. They won't be able to predict the ball's intended path once you touch it. That, obviously the ball's not going to bounce that way if it just comes off the wall. That's a good one towards the corner. Good one there on 15. Take your time. Was a little unexpected. Kind of saved it. That's what you want to do with that one. Just pull that nose up of your car really hard. Try not to use a double jump because you'll backflip. Just boost all the way up and put it in. requires a pre-jump. That's how you'd handle that one. You don't want to just stop it in front of the net, of course. You want to put it to the side, so use your air roll to do that. Fun fact, if you wait for the ball to come to the box before you save it, you get an epic save, so you actually end up getting more points. So here's what not to do. You're going to notice a lot of times guys do this to save the ball. You start facing forward and the ball just drops in front of the net. So this is to avoid that. A type of fast overhead shot like this, you're just going to have to meet the ball in the air. Now remember, you're going up as the ball is coming down. You know, you met the ball, I'll try and change the camera angle so you can see it. That one. Cool. You can arrow right, that's even better. That can be a little bit. Perfect right there. Shot like that, if you can arrow right, the ball will hit the hood instead of the tires, so the deflection will come off your vehicle faster and get the ball away from the net in a faster motion versus touching with your tires, which will just kind of deaden the ball, just drop it right there. It can be done. Do it right. Nose two at the same time. Pop it up. That little air roll rotation, right? Allows me to follow through on the save as well. One other thing I want to mention, these first couple shots where you're shadowing, the way you handle this is going to depend on whether you're playing 1s, 2s, or 3s. If you're playing 3s, it's okay. Dodge into the ball and hit it hard into the corner. It may not be ideal depending on the situation, but if you are the only one back here and there's pressure on you, obviously somebody's hitting the ball right here, so they're fairly close to the play. If your teammates are nowhere to be found on defense, then you don't want to hit this hard. You want to keep control of the ball. So you could dodge if it's a controlled dodge. You don't hit the ball too hard where it ricochets off this wall and back center and just makes it easy for the opponent to get another shot on net off your center ball. Use a single jump if you're in 1s, or if you're in 2s and 3s and you're kind of by yourself defending. Control the ball by using a lighter touch. Keeps it out of the net and into the corner. Place where you can follow through and you can keep control of the ball, because that's the name of the game, is having control. Now let's look at some scenarios. You saw these clips earlier in the video, B-roll. And let's take a closer look at them to see how I apply these techniques in game. Remember our quick little breakdown of our tips. Don't panic, match the ball speed. Wait for the ball to be in the box before you block it. There's no need to double jump. There's less chance of backflipping if you do. If you are double jumping, you may want to make sure that before you hit the second jump that your car is tilted beyond 45 degrees, but not a lot beyond that. Take a wide side-on approach if possible to help that confusion as to whether or not you're Left is right and right is left. Don't dodge unless you absolutely need to, perhaps to reach the ball. Put the ball into the backboard, plan your recovery. Stay on defense until the ball is cleared to mid. So let's look at this one here. Pretty simple. Looks like it would be a desperate type of save, but it's actually not that hard. Just put the ball into the crossbar. The crossbar is your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on which side of the field you're on. The recovery is planned there. Come smoothly down the back of the net for another hit before they can even react. Now here's another one, getting caught in the wrong position. So, hey, just go in reverse. Notice what I do here. Rotate my car, air roll, pinch it into the crossbar. A bit unconventional, probably won't happen too often to you, but very similar. Lean back. Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but I did double jump here. So, you may not realize it at first, but if you do this lean back, jump up, lean backwards, and then jump again when you're about vertical, the jump will send you backwards faster. And so that helps you catch up to the ball if it's coming, faster than you can drive in reverse. You notice how that second jump kind of put me in the right position to meet the ball? Let's look at the next one. Oh boy, an air dribble. Unfortunately, I had to ruin this guy's day. Again, using a pinch against the crossbar to my advantage. See what I did here? I tried to keep from being directly under the ball as much as possible. By moving out to the side there, it just makes it easier for your brain to understand which way to flip the analog stick to line up with the ball once it's over your head. Good example of using the air roll touch in order to plan your recovery. I did land on the inside wall, but I landed on my wheels. That was the point. And then safely put the ball into the crossbar and out to the corner. That's how I don't panic here. Come side on with a wide approach. Give myself half a second to figure out how fast the ball is going and what I need to do to match the speed. Imagine just double by more luck than anything else. This one here, this is a 2v1 situation. Both these players are GC or close. And I have a bot on my team. So it's just me. There's a fast pass coming into guy off the wall, and he passes it back. Really great play. Still, it's defendable. You can see that I'm turning I kind of foresee the danger there that he's going to pass it off the ball back to his teammate in the center. So I go wide of the ball on this side so that I can turn back to save it towards the corner. You actually end up getting a really good pinch off of the crossbar. So why did I go center? Well, if you look here, hello? I'm waiting to see if this guy's going to take an actual shot on net, so I'm trying to position for the block for that. And then I see, well, actually, no, that's just going center to his teammate. So at this point, I am too far forward of the ball to shadow defend. I really need to be over here if this guy's going to shoot. Ideally, I would be back here, but it's too late for that. So I can't hit my brakes and wait for this guy and hope that he shoots it ahead of me over here. He's just going to play me, and that's all that's going to happen there. So instead, I keep going past it so I can be on the other side of the ball and just curve back in, turn back in to make the... There you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Confident that if you follow the tips I have in there for you, that you will bring your game to the next level offensively. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Most importantly, share. And also, I have a Twitch channel from time to time, so if you want to follow me on there, that'd be much appreciated. Twitch.tv/Torque23. And please share this video with your friends and all up our game together. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next one.